While I'm performing magic on the street, a billionaire suddenly hands me a coin. He looks extremely weak, supported by his bodyguards. In 10 minutes, I'll start a live stream and tell everyone that I gave you this coin. Whoever holds the coin can inherit my entire fortune, about $700 million. But 7 days from now, I'll officially sign the will. I understand. I take the coin and bolt. His intention is clear. Within 7 days, he wants everyone fighting for this coin. Only the winner gets his fortune. 10 minutes later, the billionaire starts his live stream. Hundreds of thousands flood in to watch. Within minutes, the news spreads across the entire city. The billionaire doesn't reveal my name or face, only saying I'm a magician performing at a certain time and place. But soon someone posts a photo in the comments. This is the street magician on Maple Street. I took a picture half an hour ago. This guy's so lucky. My shop's nearby. Here's the security footage. He went north on Maple Street. My heart sinks. I actually know both of them. The one with the photo is a college girl who often watches my shows. The shop owner is a middle-aged man. I've been shopping there forever. These two exposed me probably because they don't think they can compete, but they can't stand seeing me get rich so easily. Most people have this mentality, so holding this coin makes me pray for the entire city. I changed direction several times, but people keep reporting my location in real time. Soon, a group of tough guys with walkie-talkies blocks my path ahead. They check photos on their phones, inspecting every passerby. Any one of them could pin me to the ground. They specifically brought walkie-talkies, probably because someone's watching from a high-rise. Even though we're hundreds of meters apart, those guys follow directions from their radios and head straight toward me. Luckily, they're still too far to see my face clearly. I pretend not to notice and cheerfully approach a couple sitting on a nearby bench. "Sir, miss, would you like some gold?" "Gold? No thanks. We're not buying." They're a young couple around 20. Before I approached, they were sitting shyly side by side, stealing glances at each other. I instantly read the situation. First love, first date. Two people like this will have their full attention on each other, not checking their phones. So they probably haven't seen the billionaire's live stream yet. More importantly, the guy's build is similar to mine, and our jackets look alike. Magic is the art of light, angles, and timing. You misunderstand, I'm not selling gold. Our jewelry store is running a couples challenge. Would you like to participate? For real. How many grams is the gold ring? Feel the weight. 5 grams. At today's gold price, that's several $1,000s. See? Our store's right over there. If you can run from here to the store entrance within 90 seconds, this gold ring is yours. Staff will be waiting at the entrance. The guy looks eager to try. The two guys chasing me close in, less than 100 meters away now. I make a split-second decision. I press the timer. Challenge starts. Run! The guy sprints off immediately. Lured by gold, he's so fast you can barely see more than his jacket. Instantly draws everyone's attention. But he doesn't know that gold ring is just a magic prop. Running that fast? That's gotta be him. Go after him. Are those two your store employees? Why do they look so aggressive? Looking back, she realizes that I, who should have been standing there keeping time, have vanished without a trace. When those guys pin the boy to the ground and realize they got the wrong person, I've already zigzagged through alleys back to my apartment building. But I'm not going upstairs. The comments section has already doxed me. I live in a basic rental. Hiding there would be suicide. I came back to get my car and leave the city. The car happens to be newly purchased. The plates were just registered and won't be in the system immediately. Even if someone hacks into the system, it'll take 3 days to find my plate number. By then, I'll be long gone. Right now, only my roommate Max knows about this car. For now, I trust him. He's active in the billionaire's comment section but hasn't leaked my plates. Instead, he's posing as a witness, posting fake tips that send people in the wrong direction. I silently vow that when I get the inheritance, I'll give him a few $100 million. Half an hour later, wearing sunglasses and a mask, I make it out of the city. Soon I'm driving on mountain roads with no surveillance. 2 more hours and I'll reach my hometown. My plan is to sink the car in the lake as soon as I arrive, then hide in our cellar and have my mother cover for me. If anyone gets suspicious and insists on searching the house, I can climb over the wall into the back mountain. The terrain there is complex, the forest dense. I've been climbing those hills since childhood. Catching birds, I know every inch, even if they bring dogs to search. I'm confident I can play gorilla and run circles around them. The more I think about it, the more perfect this plan seems. I can't help but grin, as if hundreds of millions are already in my grasp. Then, bang! A heavy truck slams into me from behind. I'm thrown from the car. The truck driver rushes over, panicked. I can't move at all, but I still try to reach out and stop the driver's actions. Because he's searching through my pockets. Finally, he pulls out the coin. Yes, this has to be it. Noah, I can finally save you. My blurry vision shifts upward. A little boy stumbles over, clutching the driver's leg and sobbing. I don't want money, I want Daddy. Who told you to get out? I said stay in the truck. You hit someone. The cops will take you away. Don't worry. After 7 days, I'll turn myself in. To save you, I'll do anything. He sends the boy back to the truck. Then the driver drags me all the way to the cliff edge, gasping for breath. Brother, you'll understand. I desperately need money. My kid has an expensive illness. I have no choice. He's about to kill me but wants my understanding. I manage a bitter smile and lift my head to look at him. That one glance sends a shock through my entire body. Suddenly, I grab his wrist with all my remaining strength. He jumps, frantically trying to shake me off, but I hold on with everything I have left. My eyes land on his phone's still-lit screen on a private message. A message from Max, exclusive info, license plate number 200K. Take it or leave it, comes with his real-time location. You want it or not? I'll find someone else. 1 second ago, I thought Max was on my side. Turns out he sold me out without hesitation. Max borrowed my car before. He downloaded the linked app on his phone. Not only knows my plate number, but can track my location in real time. A sharp horn blares from behind. The driver panics and uses every ounce of strength, pushing me toward the cliff with hands and feet. But I shout, "Watch out!" Watch out for what? The next second, the roar of a speeding vehicle comes from behind him. Screams and the driver's agonized cry ring out together, and I slide off the cliff edge and fall. This driver is such a fool. Just like me, the moment he took the coin, the roles reversed. He became the one hunted by the world. When I open my eyes again, it's not the underworld I expected. I'm standing perfectly fine on Maple Street, back in front of the Billionaire. I've been reborn. No injuries on my body. The pain is gone. Right, this coin has a strange deity carved on it. It originally had 7 eyes open, but now one is closed. Could the number of open eyes represent remaining lives? That means I have 6 chances left. Remembering the pain and despair of falling off that cliff, I immediately call Max. Hello? What's up? I'm watching the live stream. The instant I hear his voice, a surge of hatred washes over me. Last time, while I was desperately running, he just lay comfortably at home, moved his fingers, and completely sealed my fate. I put on a casual tone. Get over here. Big client just walked in, specifically asking for Magic B27. How big? I transfer 20,000 from my account. This is the deposit from the client. Another 30,000 on completion. Do well and there's a bonus. Whoa. That generous. I'm coming right now. Ryan, you're the best. Now I look at the shop owner in the distance. When he hears the billionaire say on the live stream that he's leaving his fortune to me, his honest face suddenly twists, eyes gleaming with malice toward me. I know he'll leak my location soon. Sure enough, just 3 minutes later, over a dozen people gather around me, eyeing me like prey. Suddenly I bolt, breaking through the crowd, and jumping into the van parked at the corner. Max immediately floors it and drives away from Maple Street. Countless pursuers start tailing the van, but this time, because I called Max out ahead of time, he doesn't know about the Billionaire's live stream, so he's genuinely helping me drive. What's strange is, I notice a luxury car repeatedly trying to cut us off. The owner probably wants to negotiate, likely offering to buy the coin from me. What's this guy's problem? Keeps cutting me off. Think you're hot stuff in a luxury car? I'm not having it. Max doesn't slow down and rams right into the luxury car's rear. But when I look back, 4 or 5 nearby cars simultaneously close in, all trying to box us in. This many people are after me. What do I do? Break a sacred law? But he soon relaxes. These cars just silently tail us. No extra moves, no friction, no. But I'm silently calculating the time. They're not making a move yet because they want to pass this monitored section, and since they're competitors, they're naturally more cautious. Soon we reach the mountain road where I died last time. No surveillance here. The perfect place to strike. Several crashes. The van is rammed by multiple cars in succession. Max slumps over the steering wheel, unconscious. The others get out and surround the van. So how do the 5 of us split this? 1 coin? How do you think we split it? Whoever's toughest wins. I'm a pro boxer. The coin's mine. Anyone who tries can test me. You might be tough, but can you take on all 4 of us? Enough. Listen to me. I have a solution. What solution? Let me introduce myself. I'm Victor, son of Morningstar Corporation's chairman. You want the coin? Think you can hold on to it? Simple plan. The coin goes to me. I give each of you a $10 million check as compensation. We're good with that. After Victor finishes writing checks for everyone, they open the cargo hold together. The next second, they're completely stunned. The cargo hold is completely empty. No person, no coin. I exit the surveillance app and close the dashcam footage. I can't even imagine what these people will do to Max when they realize there's no coin in the cargo hold. In fact, Magic B27 27 is a two-person trick. Its official name is the Phantom Carriage. The principle is incredibly simple. Before parking Max discreetly, move the manhole cover. The van is modified with a trapdoor in the floor of the cargo hold. The instant I got in, I dropped through the trapdoor into the sewer and slid the cover back. Luckily, not many people care about magic these days. They can't figure out the phantom carriage trick. Years ago, practicing this trick, Max and I went underground countless times. I know the layout inside out. I know which manhole exits lead to unmonitored areas, and there are vending machines nearby. Actually, the phantom carriage has one final step. While the assistant misdirects everyone's attention, the magician suddenly appears somewhere unexpected to maximize the dramatic effect and leave the audience amazed. I plan to reappear on day 7. Until then, I'll stay hidden underground. Alright, nothing can go wrong this time, but I still died. I underestimated how insane people become over hundreds of millions. They couldn't find me, true. Even if magic enthusiasts guessed I was underground, they couldn't pinpoint my location, but they targeted my family. My second death came because I tried to save my mother. My hometown is in the remote mountains, no internet, not even on maps. I thought even if they doxed me, they couldn't locate my hometown. But they used my appearance and name to track down my old college, then extracted information from my classmates. Based on travel time, local products I brought, and accent details, they narrowed down my hometown's location. That same afternoon, they showed up at my mother's door. My poor mother was dragged out of the house, publicly humiliated. The thugs on the live stream declared they'd torture my mother one more day for every day I stayed hidden. Even though I called the cops that day, by the next day, whoever's behind this would just send another group of thugs after her. From my first death, I knew that even if I showed myself, I still couldn't save my mother. But I couldn't just watch her be tortured by these people. Then, I thought of someone. These bullies fear people who don't fear death. And I happen to know a true desperado, the truck driver who killed me in my last life. This is Ryan, the coin holder. Do something for me. 100 million in payment. If something happens to you, I'll adopt your son and ensure he grows up healthy. Who are you? What do you want me to do? I directly invite him to a video call. Jack's child lies in bed, pale as a ghost. Jack sees my face and immediately realizes I'm the coin holder. I tell him I want to hire him to rescue my mother. I saw the live stream. Your mother's in their hands. You want me to help save her, right? Exactly. Just follow my instructions. And after 7 days, 100 million is yours. After explaining the plan, I live stream contact with the thugs. The thug grins wickedly and turns the camera to my mother. Old lady, your son's here. Tell him to come home quick, or you're dead. Hearing my name, my motionless mother struggles to lift her head. Her swollen eyes barely open a crack. I suppress my rage and comfort her. It's okay, Mom. I'm coming right away. Don't come back, son. I'm fine. My heart wrenches, but I hold back tears. Calmly, I arrange a hostage exchange location with them. 3 hours later, I arrive at a secluded forest on the city outskirts, near the edge of the sewer system. My mother is held by the arms. I pull out the coin. They immediately rush toward me. I quickly extend my hand, holding the coin over a cliff. Let go of my mother, or I'll drop the coin. The 5 or 6 of them exchange glances and block my path. Then they shove my mother forward. She falls to the ground. Seeing this, I throw the coin far away without hesitation, help my mother up, turn and run, then jump back into the manhole. The thugs hesitate for only half a second before letting us go. They head straight for the coin. Soon, they find the coin I threw. Just then, headlights flash on. Jack drives the truck straight at them. Running footsteps and screams erupt. Finally, the sound of the truck crashing through the railing and sliding off the cliff. He drove off deliberately, to fulfill the condition that I adopt his son. I settle my mother underground. After everything's over, I return to the surface. I pick up the coin. But just then, 2 bright white headlights flash on behind me. The mantis stalks the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind. I thought I was the final hunter, but just when I seemed to have won, a gun barrel appears behind me. Ryan, you magician sure know some tricks. You've made me work so hard. You're Victor, son of Morningstar Corporation's chairman. Good, you know who I am. Hand over the coin and spare yourself some pain. What do I do now? He has numbers and power, but I can't let my mother face danger again. Wait, there's a very simple magic trick that might work wonders, and no one would expect my method. Immediately, I turn and run toward the nearby coast. At the shore, dozens of people surround me, mostly Victor's muscle, but also old guys with fishing rods and plump ladies. Their eyes lock on me, filled with greed. Under everyone's gaze, I suddenly burst into exaggerated laughter. You all want this coin, don't you? I make a grand gesture, like presenting a magic trick. I hold the coin between my thumb and index finger, displaying it for them to see every detail. Then, when no one expects it, I spin around and swing my arm. A golden flash arcs through the air. It falls into the sea, creating a small splash. You idiot! Are you insane? Since I can't keep this coin no matter what, I might as well destroy it. Wait, he's a magician. Maybe he switched the coin. Search him. Everyone immediately reacts, searching my pockets, even checking my underwear, but finding nothing. Only then do they believe I really threw the coin into the sea. You're ruthless, kid. Come help me salvage it. Some young guys jump into the sea without hesitation. But this is a dangerous reef area. The seabed drops steeply, water unfathomably deep. Most people don't dare go in. I take the opportunity to leave the shore. Now their attention is entirely on the coin. No one cares about me anymore. They don't know the coin has been under my tongue the whole time. I just used the simplest misdirection. While my index finger and thumb held the coin, my other 3 fingers loosely held that fake gold ring. Magic is the art of light, angles, and timing. Under intense sunlight, they couldn't see the object I threw clearly, only the golden glint. The coin actually slid into my sleeve. When I gestured toward myself, I let it drop into my mouth. Not many people care about magic nowadays because high-speed cameras expose every technique, but face-to-face you realize what miracles magic can create through psychological suggestion and skillful sleight of hand. But just then, suddenly my vision blurs. Someone rams into me from behind, trying to push me off the cliff. I whip around in terror and discover it's a middle-aged woman. In the final second, I desperately grab the edge of the viewing platform, my entire body dangling. The woman's face contorts grotesquely as she pries at my fingers. When that doesn't work, she simply starts pounding my hands with her fists. The coin's not with me. I already threw it away. Why are you still coming after me? Who told you to throw it? That's my money. If you don't want it, why not give it to me? How can you be so selfish? Fortunately, others notice the commotion and look over. I shout for help, but their eyes burn with the same hatred as the woman's. I understand now. Holding the coin only made people resent me, but throwing it away makes them hate me with a passion. Because to them, they all had a chance to grab the coin and get rich overnight. Even the faintest hope is still hope, so naturally they despise me for robbing them of it. I'm barely hanging on. I take a deep breath, already prepared for this round of life to end. But suddenly, someone grabs my hand, and that person is actually Max. Why would he come to save me? Before I can figure it out, someone kicks Max from behind. We both plunge into the sea together. When I open my eyes again, I've respawned on Maple Street. Thinking of Max, I shift uncomfortably. Troubled. I still can't figure out what Max is actually trying to do. When I had the coin, he knew perfectly well that given our friendship, I couldn't possibly not help him once I got the money. Yet he still betrayed me for just 200,000. But after I lost the coin, he came to save me. No time to dwell on it. After respawning, the tycoon will start his live stream in 10 minutes. I quickly call Max. I ask him to help me perform the phantom carriage trick. In my last life, my enemies had evolved from specific individuals into organized gangs and even triggered public outrage, resulting in mob violence. I've tried everything I could. It seems I truly have no way to keep this coin. After using misdirection to enter the underground, I instruct Max to stop the van. At the same time, I start a live stream from underground and decide to auction the coin. Keeping the coin is like painting a target on my back. Better to make a deal with those wealthy elites. Once the news gets out, hundreds of thousands flood into the live stream auction room. According to my live stream settings, buyers cannot remain anonymous. They must turn on their cameras and allow the transaction to be recorded. Small windows immediately fill with well-dressed men in suits or elegantly dressed women. Victor, who previously hunted us, is naturally among them. The auction begins. Starting bid, 50 million. Each increment must be at least 1 million. Everyone who enters this live stream has been pre-verified for funds. They all have substantial financial backing. The bidding quickly rises to 90 million. Victor bids reluctantly but keeps following. Online sources say he's the second son of Morningstar Corporation's chairman from a complicated family. He's been heavily suppressed by his half-brother. He's repeatedly tried to establish himself independently but keeps failing. His father has passed away. He probably wants the coin to cash out some startup capital while he still has some say. Well, I certainly can't let him get what he wants. After the price reaches 500 million, only Victor and 2 others remain bidding. According to auction rules, payment must be made within 24 hours. For Victor, who's not favored by his father, this sum might not be available. Victor's expression darkens. He grits his teeth and continues bidding. The other guy, a heavy-set man, clearly has the resources. The man in the suit keeps wearing an earpiece, listening to instructions. I suspect he's someone's proxy. After the amount reaches 600 million, the heavy-set man drops out first. Victor raises it to 650 million. The suited man doesn't immediately follow but says something to whoever's on the earpiece. Just as Victor is about to win the bid, the suited man raises his hand again, bidding 660 million. This seems to be Victor's limit. He has no choice but to withdraw. But in fact, when the bidding was still at 500 million, I'd already messaged the suited man privately. No matter the final price, I'd give him a 5% discount if he'd help me kick Victor out. What should I call you? I'm Henry, CFO of Silver Peak Group. Mr. Ryan, our board strongly insists on an in-person transaction. Cash and coin hand to hand. I only work through the platform. No face-to-face deals. You transfer the money to the platform, then I give you the coin. I understand you chose online auction to avoid revealing yourself, but this live stream platform itself is only worth 500 million. How can it guarantee a 600 million transaction? Even if it could, we'd worry the coin might be switched. After all, you're a magician. You've thought this through carefully, but have you heard the old saying? A 3-year-old carrying gold through the marketplace turns everyone into devils. Right now, I'm that child carrying gold. Without absolute security, I won't show myself. We can hire professionals to protect you. That's great, but here's the problem. How can you guarantee these people won't get greedy and steal the coin? How would they dare? We'll make sure the law punishes them severely. But the problem is, if someone steals this coin, how would they be sentenced? This coin is just a token of the tycoon's promise. It's not equivalent to $700 million itself. If someone steals this coin, they'd be sentenced at most for stealing a craft worth a few $100. So do you still think hiring protection helps me? I understand. You won't meet in person because the stakes are unequal. You're afraid I'll bring people, so you won't reveal your hiding place. Then I'll give you my son. With a hostage, you'll feel secure. Aren't you afraid I'll hurt your child? Would you? You won't hurt my son. I can tell you're a good person. You just lack a sense of security. Putting my son in your hands means you can fully trust me. My instinct is to refuse. How could I possibly be a good person? In the last respawn, I indirectly caused deaths. Do you know why you've always been stuck at the bottom? Because you don't understand how economics works. The foundation of modern economics isn't money. It's trust, collateral, pledges. Even bank accounts themselves aren't real assets. They're abstract concepts. But we use these concepts to trust each other and keep the economy flowing. What you and I lack is just this bit of trust. Giving you my son doesn't mean I don't love him. On the contrary, I trust you'll take good care of him. This will be the most wonderful experience of his life. Meanwhile, we'll establish deep mutual trust, meeting the prerequisites for an offline transaction. It's a win-win. For a moment, I'm really not sure whether he's an elitist financial genius or a completely insane madman. The money belongs to the company, but the son is his own. Is this risk really worth it? Still, he's right. Having leverage gives me some confidence at least. I agree to his request. At 8 p.m. that evening, a child climbs down the manhole I designated. After watching for a moment and confirming no one followed, I step out. You're Aiden? Yes. Are you Uncle Ryan? Dad said he's busy lately and wants me to hang out with you. This kid is way too carefree, clearly taking after his father. Hang out with me in the sewers? Yeah, it's smelly, but I've never been in a sewer before. How cool is that? After confirming he has no tracking devices, I bring him back to my hiding spot. The next morning, I meet Henry again. Wearing a hat and mask, he sneaks into the sewer carrying a waist-high briefcase. To shake any potential tails, I lead him through a maze of turns. We lose any possible pursuers. How's my son doing? Quiet and well-behaved. Good kid. He's always been very adaptable. All right, down to business. Enter your account number on my laptop. I'll transfer the money. I comply. He's already lifted my bank card limits in advance. He's even deducted the taxes. A notification chimes. The text arrives. 9 full digits. It dazzles my eyes. I can't even count them all. Then I gesture for Henry to check his own pocket. Henry reaches in, confused. He pulls out the coin from his suit pocket. I'd already slipped him the coin using sleight of hand. For the first time, I see genuine joy on his face. I truly feel the trust between us. And then, holding on to that trust, we die together. Because Max arrives, and he brings Victor with him. I can hardly imagine how those two teamed up. Max leads the way. Victor provides the manpower. They track us down quickly. Henry tries to negotiate, but they hold all the power. Kill them. And the coin is ours anyway. When I open my eyes again, I'm back on Maple Street. This is my 4th respawn. Henry's a good man, but he's also trouble. Maybe dealing with that wealthy, heavy-set guy would be a better choice. I call the heavy-set man. Boss, I want to sell the coin. How much can you offer? 100 million, that's it. Little brother, not many people can produce 100 million in cash. Cut me some slack here. I watch his performance coldly. Last life he bid over 500 million. Now he's only offering 100 million. Merchants really are all shrewd. Victor, the second son of Morningstar Corporation, also wants this coin. He's offering 500 million. If you're not serious, forget it. Looks like you're no pushover, little brother. Fine, 550 million. Accept this price and we deal. I can't go higher. Though less than last time, it's still enough for a lifetime. The heavyset man is clearly much bolder than Henry. He arranges to meet right in front of the police station. When I arrive, he's actually live streaming product sales. Everyone come look. This is Ryan. Today, your big bro bought the coin from him. 550 million. Everyone add items to your cart and wait for Big Bro's good news. I hand him the coin on camera. Big Bro weighs it, examines it against the light repeatedly. Folks, take a good look. This is the coin worth $700 million. This luster, this sculpture. Incredible! Under the police's witness, Big Bro transfers the money and I give him the coin. Big Bro keeps his phone raised and swaggers into the armored car at the entrance. I finally breathe a sigh of relief. Across a full 5 respawns, only a few days of real time have passed, but it feels like I've endured months of torment. Surely I won't die again this time. The coin is finally handed over. I've cashed out a 9-digit sum. I relax instantly. I check into a 5-star hotel and collapse into sleep. When I wake up, everything has changed. I've thought about it many times. Why did the tycoon choose me among all the people on the street? Why give the coin to me specifically? Now I have a terrifying theory. He chose me precisely because I'm a magician, and magicians are naturally distrusted. At this moment, several well-dressed staff members stand at my door. Politely but firmly, they demand I leave immediately. I look out the window. That's when I discover the 5-star hotel is surrounded by massive crowds below. Turns out, after completing the transaction with me, Big Bro started live streaming again. He pulled out a crudely made fake coin, claiming I used sleight of hand to switch the coin during the handover, and that the real coin is still with me. The same trick of redirecting disaster is now used against me, and I have no way to refute it, because I'd have to prove I don't possess the coin. But others will just think I'm lying and believe I've hidden it. Since I'm a magician, hiding things is supposedly my specialty. I'm once again everyone's enemy. The 5-star hotel naturally won't let me stay, afraid of getting dragged into trouble. They escort me out. Big Bro and I each tell different stories, but the frenzied crowd won't easily believe either side. Left with no choice, I take out the 500 million I received earlier. I hire multiple security companies to protect me in shifts and spend days hiding. But I keep feeling these security personnel are looking at me strangely. Until the 4th day, someone finally can't hold back. During a shift change, they kidnap me from the hotel and drag me to the outskirts. What I don't expect is that at the critical moment when I'm being shoved into a car, Max actually rushes out and pulls me away. He shakes off the pursuers. He drives the car into the mountains. He just saved me, yet I swing a punch at him. Max is startled, unable to react in time. I kick him out of the car. I climb into the driver's seat. I shift the car into gear and prepare to leave. He's gotten me killed twice. If I still trust him, I'm a complete fool. I can actually guess why he betrayed me. It's nothing more than jealousy. When I left our rental that morning, I was as poor as him. Now, I've suddenly become the heir to $700 million. He's also a magician. Sometimes he performs at that same street corner. If he'd been the one who went out today, the coin might have been his. But why does he treat me so inconsistently? First betraying me, then saving me. He's like the coin. He has 2 sides. Goodness on the positive side, evil on the negative side. And each of my respawns is like a coin flip, randomly resetting his personality. 3 hours later, I'm back on Maple Street. The deity on the coin has only 2 eyes left open. This means in those 3 hours, I died again. How exactly did I die last time? In my last memory, I only remember driving the car away. Exhausted, I fell asleep in the forest for a while. Before sleeping, only 3 hours remained until the 7th day ended. What happened in those 3 hours? Something caused me to die, without any awareness or memory. I have only 2 chances left. If I can't find a way out this time, the next death will be permanent. When the tycoon approaches, I shove him away. I don't want this coin. Find someone else. Well, you do have some brains, but I insist on giving it to you. I said I don't want it. Don't you understand? Are you sure? I'm sure, but in 10 minutes, I'll still announce on the live stream that you took the coin. What did you say? You'd better think about what happens when they find you, and you claim you don't have the coin. They'll definitely think I'm lying. I'll die worse than every time before. I tremble in fear. Why? Why are you doing this? I'll die. The tycoon laughs carelessly. He shows me a 10-minute countdown. I realize I'm backed into a corner and pick up the coin again. The safest option now is to go straight to the police station and donate the coin. Captain Carter agrees to this plan. They let me stay safely at the station under the pretext of preparing a donation ceremony. Captain Carter even mentions they can give me a charity award of $20,000. $20,000 is better than losing my life. In my spare time, I start investigating the tycoon online. He's self-made, beyond the $700 million. He has substantial stock options and bonds, total assets exceeding $10 billion. What strikes me most is an early interview he gave. In the interview, he claimed he built his fortune by exploiting others' greed. Could this coin be another trap? He's exploited my greed, Max's greed, the crowd's greed. What benefit does he seek? He's dying anyway. Online sources say he has terminal pancreatic cancer. Money can't cure it. Wait, if it's terminal, how can he still be so robust? In my first respawn, he could barely stand with bodyguards supporting him. But this respawn, he stands with hands in pockets, relaxed and energetic. He can't be having a final burst of energy before death. He seems completely unhurried, as if he has plenty of time. He must be getting some benefit from this coin. This guy definitely has his own agenda. Ryan, ready for the cafeteria. Yes, coming. What's wrong? You look terrified. How did your face become so haggard overnight? I rushed to look in the mirror. At first glance, I barely recognize myself. That face doesn't look 27. It looks more like 57. Sunken eye sockets, cloudy pupils, face full of wrinkles. Shouldn't my physical state reset after respawning? Why have I aged so much? Does each respawn consume my lifespan? Instantly, a terrifying thought explodes in my mind. If the tycoon doesn't want money, he must want life. My inexplicable weakness since respawning must be related to the deity on the coin. Captain Carter, can you have an expert identify the deity on this coin? That's the twin-faced fate deity. This deity appeared recently in another case. What case? The chairman of Morningstar Corporation died at home last month. Complete organ failure overnight. The coroner suspected poisoning, but found no evidence. He was wearing this deity around his neck when he died. At this moment, I'm experiencing shortness of breath and mental fog. All symptoms of organ failure. The chairman of Morningstar Corporation? That's Victor's father, it seems. Victor's relentless pursuit has another purpose. I realize this is a death trap. Even if I've abandoned the coin, even if I've given up all the money, choosing to survive until the 7th day won't save me. My last death probably occurred when the 7th day arrived. Organ failure, just like Morningstar's chairman. So these respawns are an elaborate web the tycoon wove to drain my life force. Over the next few days, I frantically researched the deity, twin-faced fate deity. Fate represents control over human lifespan. Its other name is Twin Guardians. The two faces represent twins. One death face signifies death, one life face signifies life. If I'm right, the tycoon must have a coin on him, the life face of the twin-faced fate deity. That's how he continuously absorbs my life. Captain Carter, the tycoon is likely connected to the Morningstar chairman's case. I suggest you investigate the connection. As I speak, I cough uncontrollably. My hair falls out in clumps. I'm running out of time. I'm absolutely certain the tycoon is involved. At most, I have 2 days left in this round, plus the 7 days of the next round. The tycoon left me no way out. Wanting money gets me hunted to death. Refusing it means slow death from organ failure. If I can't find a countermeasure, I'm doomed. Captain Carter immediately pulls out the Morningstar chairman's case file. On the cause of death page, a few lines make my heart race. Deceased, multi-organ failure, highly suspected to be caused by terminal cancer metastasis. 3 days prior, subject underwent examination at private hospital. Diagnosis: cancer cured. This point remains questionable. Victor's father had liver cancer, and the cancer cells temporarily disappeared completely. It appears he likely wasn't a victim, but a perpetrator actively using the twin-faced fate deity to transfer lifespan. Why did he still die? Did his victim successfully counter him? With this thought, I immediately flip to the interpersonal relationships section of the file. I start reading. Suspecting possible poisoning, police interrogated his family and all household staff at the villa. Among them, a chef named Emily catches my attention. She was a private chef hired by Morningstar Corporation for executives. About 3 days before the incident, she suddenly started experiencing stomach pain. At first, it was mild pain, but it quickly intensified until she couldn't straighten her back and rolled on the floor. She had to go to the hospital. The doctor said it was terminal cancer. Just as she was terrified and preparing to resign for surgery in the city, her pain suddenly vanished completely. A follow-up exam revealed it was a misdiagnosis. When Emily returned to work, the chairman was already dead. Before her stomach pain, the chairman had given her a necklace. That necklace happened to pair with the chairman's. To prevent others from thinking she had an improper relationship with the chairman, Emily entrusted the necklace to the head chef to return it. At the time, the chairman was showering. He said the necklace couldn't get wet. It would disrespect the deity. So he took it off. The head chef placed both necklaces together, but at that moment, the chairman flew into a rage over something. Fearing getting caught in the crossfire, the head chef took the necklaces back. But in doing so, he took the life face necklace. After showering, the chairman wore the death face necklace. Thus, he suffered the necklace's backlash and died overnight. After reading this, I feel extremely weak. I understand this life's time is up. On my final life, when the tycoon appears before me, he no longer looks like a dying old man, while I look completely decrepit. I must constantly remind myself, he's a cunning old fox. I must be careful. First, he tempted me with $700 million to willingly take the coin. Then, through live streaming, he drew multiple hunters to ensure my death. Meanwhile, through threats and inducements, he made refusing the coin impossible, forcing me to run for my life. I had no time to notice the trap. When I realized something was wrong, it was already past the point of no return. Someone like him would never be like Victor's father, foolish enough to casually leave the coin somewhere for others to exploit. But he certainly wouldn't entrust the coin to someone else either. Most likely the life face coin is hidden on his person, but two quite robust bodyguards stand behind him. If I dare reach for it, I'll be pinned to the ground. Ryan, I've already given you the coin. Why aren't you running? With my current physical condition, where could I run? No need to run. I'm honored to receive this coin. As thanks, I'll perform a magic trick for everyone. Before the coin incident, I happened to be performing magic. Props are everywhere. I pick up an ordinary coin. It appears, disappears, and reappears in my hand. One becomes two, then three, then all vanish. I blow on the coin in my left hand. Suddenly, it's in my right hand. When the crowd has grown dense enough to fill the entire street, I finally take out the coin. I vaguely see many familiar faces. Max, the convenience store owner, the truck driver, the thugs, the woman, Aiden. I suddenly raise my hand and toss it. A golden arc flashes through the air. The crowd gasps. Someone ignores the danger of being trampled and immediately drops to search the ground. I gesture to stop the chaotic crowd. They look closely and discover the coin is still in my hand. I smile slightly and make the coin vanish into thin air again. I raise both open hands and dramatically point to one bodyguard's pocket. Even with the crowd agitated, no one dares approach the tycoon, but the bodyguards have far less intimidation. Soon, someone bold enough approaches to search his pockets. The bodyguard uses his size to shove them away, but immediately another person latches on, like a lion swarmed by hornets. The bodyguard is forcibly dragged into the crowd. People search his suit pockets without question. Someone shouts excitedly, then quickly deflates. The bodyguard's pocket contains only an ordinary $1 coin. The crowd's gaze returns to me. I feign surprise. I pat myself up and down dramatically, then point to the second bodyguard's pocket. The second bodyguard wisely raises his hands and checks his own pockets. Before his hand emerges from his pocket, I suddenly lunge forward. I grab the tycoon's arm and tie it in a knot with swift movements. Magicians know more knots than special forces. I know many flashy fake knots that release with a pull and simple but impossible to untie real knots. Looking at the furious tycoon, I smile with pale lips. Now for the final trick. Guess the coin. Everyone guess who has it. 2 options, 1 chance. Guess correctly and the coin is yours. The bodyguards are clearly panicking. No matter how strong they are, they can't stop the advancing wall of people. The tycoon frowns, turns his head to give them an order, then slowly backs away with me. Someone prepares to search us, but the one paying is the tycoon after all. Anger him, and even getting the coin won't guarantee the money. So everyone prepares to search me. But if I don't have it, then the coin can only be on the tycoon. I cooperate fully with everyone. I let them search every corner of my clothing. Unfortunately, no coin. To completely eliminate their suspicions, I even let them check my underwear. But no one knows the coin is in my hand. Magic is the art of light, angles, and timing combined. Right now is perfect light, perfect timing. The coin's not on Ryan, so it must be on the tycoon. Old man, if you're giving away your inheritance, why hide it? Several hands reach inside his coat, searching for pockets. The tycoon probably hasn't suffered such humiliation in years. The tycoon keeps his word. Even if someone offends him, he'll give the inheritance to whoever holds the coin. Immediately, more hands reach over. The tycoon is pushed until he can barely stand, nearly falling. Someone yanks his expensive coat and discovers an inside pocket. That person pulls out the coin, the one engraved with the life face of the twin-faced fate deity. Give it back to me. The tycoon moves to snatch it back, but I'm quick and seize the coin back. The bodyguards immediately close in on me. But because I've obtained the life face coin, the tycoon doesn't dare act rashly. Ryan, what do you want? We'll talk on your helicopter. High in the sky, only he and I remain, along with a pilot. The pilot's hands don't dare leave the controls. Between him and me, it's hard to say who has the upper hand. One has recovered his health but was long tormented by illness and is now skin and bones. The other is young but experiencing multi-organ failure simultaneously. Only in the sky, in his place closest to both heaven and hell. Are we equals? Let's decide with a coin guess. This is my final trick. These 2 hands, you choose one. Let's see if it's the life face coin or the death face coin. When I say life, I slightly raise my left hand. When I say death, I switch to my right. The tycoon swallows, hesitates briefly, then suddenly lunges at me, using both hands and mouth, biting and tearing to make me release my grip. If you don't choose, I'll throw both coins down. Below is a vast ocean. He finally calms down. Looking at me with near despair, he points to my left hand. I smile, turn my wrists, and open both hands. In that instant, he swiftly snatches the coin from my right hand and laughs maniacally. Don't think you can trick me. I know you magician's tricks. You were deliberately leading me to choose left. You want to fight me? Boy, you're still too green. Ha ha ha! Boss, your boss is gone. Now I'm your boss. Prepare to land. My body begins recovering its youthful vitality. The tycoon sits beside me in cardiac arrest, his manic smile still frozen on his face in death. Just like Morningstar Corporation's chairman, he died the instant he touched the death face coin, suffering its backlash. He truly was a brilliant mind, scheming to the very end. Yet I learned the method of victory from him. Human nature is greedy, and the clever exploit this greed. This time it wasn't that I was smarter than him. It's just that he was greedier than me. The tycoon didn't have time to make his will. Therefore, what he proposed on the live stream, giving his inheritance to whoever holds the coin, became the most legally binding method of distribution. I hired Henry to help calculate taxes. I received over $4 billion. After settling my mother's living situation and buying various houses and cars I wanted, over $3 billion remained. I did several more things. First, I helped Jack treat his son. Second, I tipped someone off. I exposed Victor's search for dark arts and his plot to harm his older brother. The third matter involved Max. After much thought, I built a new magic theater on Oak Avenue. I gave him a base salary of $20,000, then blocked him completely. The remaining money all went into a charitable foundation. Are you sure? Once this becomes a charitable fund, it's no longer yours. Why don't you skip the donation? I can make it grow at least 10% annually. It pains me. I just smiled and went to perform with Aiden.